Hello Internet, Hewlett here with another Burn and Learn, like I've been doing it all along. I've just taken a week off. I'm back on the torture device, finally, after a week of winter and sick kids and wives away and just general, chaos of trying to get everything done. My God, I'm fogging up my glasses. So this is a Burn and Learn. For those of you who don't know, it's my bit to stay alive and fit long enough to raise my amazing son and to enjoy the twilight years with my brilliant, beautiful wife, Jane. I hate exercise. It is so boring. I hate the torture device. So I like to learn something while I'm doing it, and then I like to share what I've learned with you in the sweatiest way possible, thus this beautiful, glistening image before you. And I gotta say, there's a lot of Stargate love out there. I feel like I go through my life, and every so often you sort of hit pockets of Stargate appreciation and comments and stuff. And I guess there's been a couple of McKay-heavy episodes released on YouTube. If anyone's got the links, send them to me and I'll put them in the description. So I just got a flood of people saying hi and stuff, and it's been kind of nice, actually, honestly. It's been a tough couple of weeks, and it's just sort of nice to get that kind of, to feel like a part of the Stargate family. There's been a lot of people asking about commentaries, and we never did commentaries, or I never did many commentaries for the show, because frankly, we worked so hard during the week, and we had to do them on the weekends if we were available. And who has time? We had diet cleaning to do, tech to play with, and so we just never got around to it. So I thought maybe now is the time to go back and revisit them, and maybe sort of give you some insights into what I remember. It's going to be pretty fuzzy now. You guys probably know it better than I do. In fact, I know you guys know it better than I do. But it just kind of might be fun to revisit it with you guys, and maybe do like a simulcast. You guys start the show, and I'll start talking. And I've actually been looking for a way to raise some money for my tech terrors, and to sort of expand that into something a little more wide-ranged and video-related. So maybe I'll make it part of a Patreon or something like that. If anyone's got any suggestions, let me know. I would be happy to hear them. Or any things that you've seen done that you liked that I could perhaps mimic. Maybe that's the way to go with that. So anyways, the learn part of the Burn and Learn. I'm back on surveillance capitalism. Wading through this book. I got a word for you. Okay. Daguerreotype. Who uses the word daguerreotype for photograph? I'm a big fan of learning stuff. I am not a big fan of using giant words when you don't need to. She talks about a fading daguerreotype, and it's like, why just say photograph? Do you really need to show that off? Everyone's got a thesaurus now. I could look it up. Anyways, little pet peeve. One of the things I don't like when books try to sound more complicated than they need to be. And this is already complicated, and she's done some amazing work at digging stuff up. She's talking now about this whole idea of surveillance capitalism being that, the Googles, the Facebooks, and the Microsofts or the Apples of the world collecting data about us, and how we're sort of moving towards this inevitable ubiquity of technology in the Internet of Things. And she's saying, why are we just assuming that's the case? Why does it have to be the case? So she brings up a few things that are very interesting. Obviously, wearables. We've moved into the whole wearable zone, and smart cities. And they're talking about how the wearables can talk to the smart cities, and how one of the things that these companies require is a lawlessness. Is this like, hey, government, hands off, we're doing some experiments here. It's technology. Don't get in the way of technological progress. There's almost like this sort of a sanctity to technological process. No, you can't get in the way of that. That would be holding back civilization. Anyways, it's kind of interesting because Google, or Sidewalks Labs, whatever they're called, have actually started the process of building one of these smart cities in Toronto. Toronto has basically said, yeah, sure, do what you want. Take that little section of Harbourfront and turn it into one of your smart cities. I'm, of course, dying to get in there and be a resident, but there's obviously a lot of pushback on that as well. So I must talk no longer, because I've got to talk to the wonderful Aaron Rabinowitz at Red Giant. It's been a while. I'm going to catch up with him. I'm going to catch up with another friend of mine in California. And so I got a lot of catching up to do before I then go and talk to Shaftesbury again and geek out with my favorite people about some tech terror stuff. So I better get moving. So I shall say thank you again to all of those Stargaters out there that got in touch. Please continue to. I try to respond when I can, and I love that you love what we did, because I love doing it too, and I really enjoyed it, and I look back on those years with great fondness, and with a secret hope that it'll happen again sometime. So until we geek again, sweaty or not, here I come. Cheerio!